What's up, guys? Welcome to the FPR video for the GFW WWE 2K18 eFed that we have here. Thanks so much for tuning in real quick. It's probably going to be about a 10 to 15 minute match here that I'm going to kind of walk you through. Recently talking to a lot of the new guys, they just were saying how our videos were just too long. I piled too much into one video, so we're trying to break this down for you. Just give you a little history of who we are and what we do. You can go back and watch a lot of the other videos that we have up here. But we originally started 2 years ago as an eFed and was strictly a YouTube eFed, so where we just compile everything in one YouTube long video that people would watch. Then over some time, that kind of became just too much work. I took a break from that, went over to the OCW, OCWEFed.TV, or no, it's OCWEFed.com, something like that. The description is all over the website. Go check them out. They are by far the best eFed for WWE 2K in the world for Xbox or PlayStation. So I went there and I learned a lot. I was there for 2 seasons. I learned how to play this game, play it fairly, make it look visually appealing. I learned how to role play. Like, those guys really taught us a lot, and we have gotten permission to borrow a lot of the stuff that they created. Their FPR, just kind of how they do things. Now our league is a little bit different. The main reason that we decided to do our things is because our community as a whole is pretty large. And we've got 4 Madden leagues and all these golf and now 2K and FIFA and all these other things. And so guys were asking for their own eFed. And so that's why we decided to come over here. And Dustin White was actually an original member with us when we were the WWG Worldwide Gamers in our season 1 of our eFed. And then he went over to the OCW. I got him to come over there for a little bit. And now he's back with us just to kind of give us a hand. So he and I just had a match between Captain and Dustin White. And this was just a really good FPR match that I think would be a great way to show you kind of what we expect here and how these matches should flow. The thing I love about eFeds is you really have pure creativity and freedom to make these matches look how you want them to look, to tell the stories that you want to tell about your wrestler. And that's what you got to do. You got to be good storytellers in and out of the ring, not only about your character, but what story are you telling in the ring about the guy that you're fighting? Are you working a body part? Is there a story between you two that you're kind of going at? Like, what is the story that you're telling? And then to have good, fun, fair matches. And I feel like these are 2 fun characters that have a little bit of history here. And I'm really excited to see where they're going to go in 2K18. Dustin's just got such great attires. That's something he really enjoys doing. And he's going to have some of the best attires that you're going to see in 2K18. And some things have changed in 2K18 that I think will make this a whole lot of fun. So you'll see that we get the match started not by running at each other. And we actually started up in the tie-up, which is not something you used to see way back in older games. You don't see it a ton in these games. You don't have to start in the tie-up, but it was a fun way to start this match. We're just looking for like a semi-circle around each other, then kind of go at it. Don't start by running. You'll see me say this a few different times. I was learning my moveset. I think he's learning his moveset as well. You'll see I miss on some punches, and I kind of spam them a little bit, and it's something I got to always work on. I kind of get caught up into trying to find my moves, and then to save myself, I'll spam punches to buy me some time and some room, and that's something that probably should work on, and that I don't need to be doing. But I'm also, you'll see I missed this crouch down punch a lot. Man, it's a good move there from Dustin. Just straight punch to the jaw, put me down. See, he thought he could get me, and I kind of moved out of the way there. It was a good move between these two. But you'll see that punch right there, I missed a lot. So it just works differently in 18, and got to learn how to run it better. The biggest thing to remember is once you get them on the ground right there, I get 1 strong grapple, 1 strong strike, or 4 kicks or punches. This right here is a strong strike. I used it a little too much. Again, learning my moves. That'll happen if you just go to the same move a couple too many times. But as we learn these moves, it'll get better. And so you see right there. There's a perfect example of what I don't want, and he did it perfectly. So something I call moonwalking, but it's just backwards walking that you'll see a lot. It becomes a strategy. Guys will back up 2 quick steps. You'll move in, miss your move, and then bam, they're 2 quick steps back at you for basically a free move or a free get you to use a reversal. Dustin did it perfect. If you're going to back up, back up. Back up 4 or 5 steps. I missed. Now you got 4 or 5 steps to come in and get your move. Don't do a quick 2 steps out, 2 steps in for a free move. So yeah, I think that was done perfectly. It's just something to watch for as we kind of move on. But you get them on the ground. Don't waste your moves either. You know, guys get nervous, I see, and they'll get them on the ground. They're not quite sure what to do, and they just leave their moves. Don't waste them either. One thing you'll see here is Dustin's a good user of his reversals, especially, I should say, the major reversals that cost 2. And he just times them well. And as you kind of learn the game and you learn how to time those correctly, you'll get it to where you use that major reversal. They have no more moves. You have a finisher. They're ready for it. And then bam. So you see right there, I messed up. Kind of spammed that punch too many times. If you miss a punch or 2, then reset. Back up. Don't just keep spamming punches until you get them. It's a bad habit that I have and that I'm constantly working on. And I think I went to it this time because I just don't know this moveset as well as I should. Or how it functions, I should say. Because the moveset does just work differently in every game. And you'll see there, I moved it again. And that's why that was a great move by Dustin. He did that a few times here where I would miss that squat down punch. And bam, he'd hit me immediately with a great move. Somebody rolls out of the ring. When they roll back in, give them space. Dustin does that really well in this match. Let them get back in, reset, stand up, go back at it. You don't have to use your ring out all the time. You cannot use it to avoid a finisher. But you don't have to use it every time. You'll see I used it a lot because he got his 3 moves. It came up as an option for me. So I don't want to just sit there for 30 seconds while we wait for me to set up because he has no more moves. Then you can roll out, roll back in, get the match going. But sometimes if he hits you with a move and you fall and you're right there, you can use it. You just don't have to use it every single time. You just don't want to see a match with like 50 rollouts. Another really good move right there. Dustin's added some new moves to his moveset this year with he'll do it here soon. Like a sit-down spine buster. And he's got a couple of those where he picks the big man up. Man, that's a good move there. Hits me with I missed. He hits me with the little face buster. Out the ring, up on the ropes. Bam. Elbow. Good move. Good use of taunts. Again, taunts can be a thing that it's a little bit of an art form, right? It does have some benefits, but we don't want to see you spamming them or using them when it just doesn't make sense, like early in a match. You know, you shouldn't start taunting on your first move on the ground, but finding good places to use your taunts, right, to where it looks good, makes sense. Good move there. Kick up. Again, I probably should have stayed there. You get caught up in a match sometimes, and that's the biggest thing that for all of us is there's going to be another match. It's okay to take a butt whooping if you just didn't have it that day. Just keeping them to where they look visually appealing. You're not seeing. That's a good move there. Nice little move. Kicks me right in the chest. Follows that up with an arm breaker. Good move set for Dustin there. But we want these matches to look good. And there's more to our league than wins and losses. And there'll be, tons of opportunity for you guys to get other matches. I think the biggest thing there is starting feuds. Find somebody that'll work with you. Is there a feud there? Working those feuds. Working them for as long as you possibly can. Let there be a payoff at the pay-per-view. It always goes best when you guys tell me what you want to see happen. Hey, I'm working with such and such. We're going to work over the next couple of weeks. We want the payoff to be this match at a pay-per-view. just works better than me doing all of the storylines, which I can do and which we will do, but it's always better if you tell me who you're trying to work with, and then you guys start telling those stories, working those feuds out for yourself. So you see there, I had my 4 kicks on the 4th one. He does stand up, and then just back up, reset, go back at it. So I got Dustin to 3 colors, but he's got me to 2. None of them are red, so we're still not ready for any finishers here. Dustin actually had one more kick there that he could have used. Didn't use the rollout, let him pick me up. He's going to bump me. It's another thing, if they pick you up to bump you, they're just going to walk into you to wake you up. Back up, reset, go at it. There's no reason to, this was a fun move here. A little reverse, up and over, bam. But, don't be a jerk about it. If they bump you, back up, reset, go at it again. Big thing is learning spacing. I'm still learning spacing. It's a big thing for me. This was a fun move. A little turnbuckle action. Over to the ropes. A little elbow to the face. It's kind of captain's things. Captain of the elbows. He'll drop an elbow on you pretty quickly. Good time for a taunt. I'm out of moves. Waiting for him to wake up. Little club action. Bumping. Go play some more. You can run at people. Just try not to make it a habit. And if you're going to run at people often, then you see there's a good move. So he runs at me, up on the shoulders, flips me over. That's a good move, followed by his strong grapple, arm breaker. Good set there. But if you're going to run at people often, then he needs to be a fast, quick, little guy, You got this big bruiser of a man. You probably shouldn't be running at people very often. So again, just making it make sense. Captain's 7'2" or whatever. He shouldn't be doing flippies off the top rope. We got to make it make sense and make it look like it makes sense. So there you go. I was going to run at him. He gave me a lot of space, and he made me pay for it. Elbow up on the jaw. Hit him with a reversal. Another reversal back to back. So now both these guys are going at it. Punch action. Hand arm breaker situation. Followed up with some suplexes. Another thing that you'll see I tried to do here, but it got reversed, was not charging my finisher. It's just, you can end matches that way, but we should learn how to hit your finisher from other times and other stances. And so you'll see that I try to hit my finisher as a regular move during the move set, like while we're sitting there fighting, and not he's on the ground, I'm going to charge my finisher. And again, I think because it's going to get reversed a lot that way. So if you learn how to do it during other times, good reversal from Dustin. Little powerbomb situation. Sit out, bam, good move. Dustin White picking him up. Probably should have stayed in that time. I had rolled out a couple of times. It was enough. And I kind of, after I did that one, I was like, yeah, I've rolled out too many times here. But he follows it up with a nice power bomb with the big man. Set him up here. Good move. No fake pin action here. So that when you do a facade pin, when you're not trying to end the match, you're just doing it for looks, just remember you have no more moves after that. Dustin's still in the club sign. So if you do that early on, just know that you're out of moves out there. You can't fake pin, pick them up and start doing moves, or keep them on the ground and start doing moves. After a fake pin, it's a reset. I couldn't get that crouching punch to work at all. I gotta work on my spacing. I'm gonna keep that move. Just gotta change buttons, right? Because I kind of leaned on a couple of these moves too much because I had the way I've had the button set. So there you see I try to charge my finisher. He reverses it. I reversed him right back. Little punch. Another one. get him in the turnbuckle, and then I'll hit my finisher here in a second. So he reverses me. Nice little move here. Bam, neck breaker. Elbow to the chest. Oh, fake pin. I think he picks me up here soon. Because he's a red. We're both red. We're both open for finishers. I think I hit it. Again, I rolled out there because he's just out of moves. No reason to waste time. This was a good move for him. But I had a hard time reversing it. Oh, and I got it right there. It's like the only one I reversed. I thought for sure he was going to drop me on my neck, Stone Cold style, end it, and then the arm breaker. Now finish it up with the finisher. I was going to punch him and then hit a finisher, and I missed. Reverse, reverse, finisher. So this was a good match between he and I. Lots of fun. Dustin gives good matches. But this is kind of what we're expecting. So the biggest thing is ask questions if you don't know. Try some things, learn your move set, and these matches will get better and better as we kind of go here and just be really good storytellers. All right, fellas, thanks for watching the stream. We'll get this out to you, and we'll get some more streams put up. Peace out.